Hi, everybody, and we are live with Julie. She just had a book that got released, and we are so excited to support her in this amazing book, which I think is going to be very helpful to so many people. So, let's talk about this. This book is called Invisible to Visible: The Introvert's Guide to Showing Up Online as a First Time Entrepreneur. And, so many strong women um, who are great entrepreneurs like to be in the background. And this is all about stepping forward, right? So, this is really a self help guide that Julie has written that can help you get started to show up online and really, this book is also designed as a guide through different marketing tips and strategies, which Julie is a guru at. So I'm going to let Julie start talking about what made her want to write this book and what she really hopes you can get out of this book. So,
All
welcome,
right.
Julie.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me on here. I'm really excited. It's been about a year coming writing this book. And basically, what got me so inspired to write this book is because I myself am an introvert. And I remember coming into this space and I was just kind of overwhelmed because there was just never enough resources and tools because I was just somebody that felt like a
Mm-hmm.
deer in the headlights with social media. Everything is so noisy. And, when you're somebody who's like, doesn't like to show up on camera and doesn't like to be
Mm-hmm.
visible like 100% of the time or like just every day, and you just wanted to basically find ways to show up without having to feel stressed, without having to feel overwhelmed. And
Mm-hmm.
so when like I said, I came on and I didn't know what to do. There was nobody that was really showing up for introverts. So, and
Mm-hmm.
I just realized that like after like fumbling around in this space, I was just like, you know what? I think I could relate because I wanted to be visible and I want to show other introverts that you can still grow a business and still be yourself, and you don't have to follow into the whole social media noise and trap, and you could like
Mm-hmm.
basically still show up in your own way. So that's what kind of inspired me to like write this book, to like inspire and empower the introverts to want to show up online without so and you can grow business for yourself. And
Yeah.
what exactly.
And thank you for doing it, Julie. And, it is written for introverts, but I will tell you that when during COVID, I had to go from an in person business to an online business, right?
Mm,
And I didn't have an online presence. So I wasn't comfortable going live. I wasn't comfortable even putting all my business out there, right? So I think it's true too for anyone that's making that shift from either a brick and mortar or the traditional way of doing in person business to really putting themselves out onto, the global map of online. So even if you're making that transition, I think this is a great, helpful book, because you aren't used to doing it. It's not in our normal DNA to get online and be live like this, but it can be fun. It doesn't have to be scary, right? So I think that this is great for anyone trying to make that switch, or for introverts that are struggling with it. So I think either way, this would be a great, helpful book. Um, so why don't you tell people? Do you still have your online group where people can come in and learn within the group?
yeah, I do have I do have a mastermind membership where I'm
Okay.
coaching a small group of women. It's called the Visibility Lounge, and this is basically what I was saying, that I wanted to inspire and empower women, not only just writing this book, but if anybody is not really, if somebody wants to, really get up close and personal and get some like proper skills, then this is where I kind of coach them through like this mastermind that I'm telling you about. That each
Mm-hmm.
month we have monthly themes, and we go over things like whether it's podcasting or YouTube
Mm-hmm.
or blogging or email marketing, and we just kind of go through it 1 month at a time and kind of get them familiarized with those strategies and tools that they haven't been exposed to, or they're just afraid to take that step. So
Yeah.
yes, I have that, and I do have my community where I encourage women to network and connect in a smaller space with online,
Mhm.
with like coffee chats. So
Yeah.
they just just so that it doesn't have to feel so overwhelming to be out there trying to show yourself when you could be in more intimate, smaller spaces with like-minded women as well that could share the same thing that you're going through. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I'm really like really branding myself as like an introverted strategist and coach to really help these people. So
Yeah, so the great thing is that if, this appeals to them and they feel like, yeah, this is me and this is what I'm struggling with, not only can you have the book, but Julie does also have a community and, a coaching system that can help you if you're ready to take that deep dive. But the book's designed to be a guide to kind of get you in the right mindset, get you moving, get you going, and then you can always connect with her as well and really start putting those things into action. I think a large misconception with people when you say introvert means that they're antisocial. And I don't think that that's true, right? It's just learning to not be shy or nervous or scared of something that, may seem new or different,
yeah,
right?
no, no, I completely agree. They like there's a lot of misconceptions about introverts being shy and being excuse me, antisocial and whatnot. But really and truly, like we're just somebody that we just prefer to kind of be in smaller spaces. We prefer to just do one-on-ones. We are very good in the business, but we're probably better in the sense of like planning and executing. Not well, but mostly like just I think a lot of them actually are good when it comes to being virtual assistants because they love to take on those tasks and they to work by themselves and whatnot. But if you're that introvert that still wants to hone her skills at like getting more visible and being more out there, then I mean there's nothing wrong with that, and you can definitely be an introvert with a little bit of extrovertism.
Yeah.
So
So, Invisible to Visible, the introvert's guide to showing up online is available online on Amazon. Pretty soon out to all the retailers. This is something that you can get in an ebook version, um, pretty soon in a paperback version, whatever's going to be easiest for you and however you like to learn and read and go and grow. Um, Julie, what's another way that they can, aside from going and buying your book, what's a way they can connect with you?
well, you could join my Facebook group, She Means Impact Networking and Collaboration for Female Entrepreneurs, or just look for She Means Impact. It should be there. We always host weekly and bi-weekly coffee chats for, introverts or any businesswoman who just wants to make some connections and collaborations. Or you could follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to beef that up a little bit, so it's at Julie Lavia Coaching on Instagram.
Mm.
And I also had another book that I collaborated with 19 other authors called Becoming an Unstoppable Woman in Faith. You could also find that on Amazon as well if you're looking for stories of resilience and people taking their walk in faith as well. So you could
Yeah,
find
and
me
you
anywhere.
did. And that was a great book. So that is another great tool. Speaking of tools, what is one, just to kind of get people thinking on the right track here? What's one tool that you can offer that you give in this book that people can look to find as an example of a tool for introverts that you'll find in the book?
That's a great question. So I would say well, I think faceless marketing was something that was very big last year, and especially if you're somebody who's just coming into the space and you're a little bit like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to go on camera or ready to advertise myself like that. There's always faceless marketing and camera confidence. I think were two of the chapters that I found really useful on like how to really set yourself to promote your brand without having to show your face and even and let's say you do want to show your face, like what are some tools and ways, like what type of camera angles, what types of video tools that you need, and just like how to start yourself off, just little tools like that. So you got basically a little bit of everything if you want to go faceless or if you want to go with your face. So I think that's really important.
Great, great tools and ideas. And you're going to find more than that in here. There's going to be tons of different little nuggets and knowledge and tools that you're going to find inside this book. Thank you for addressing this topic because sometimes it gets, pushed on the rug or pushed to the side because the introverts don't want to step forward and step out and even step into their greatness. And many of them, like we said, aren't, and this doesn't mean you're antisocial, doesn't mean there's something wrong with you, doesn't mean you get to be labeled, it means you're probably brilliant and very smart and very efficient. But it's just peeling off that little layer of shyness and allowing yourself to shine through to where your full potential is supposed to be. So, Julie, thank you for joining us. I'm going to make sure that the links for people to go out and check your book is going to be attached to um, this live stream. So, people watching the replay can go on and click and purchase the book. I look forward to meeting back with you when we do a further panel discussion as well as a celebration of how well this book is going to do. It's going to change lives. And thank you for agreeing to publish with She Writes Studios. And I'm so glad we got to help you on this journey.
Thank you so much, Heather, for doing this, and thank you again for She Rises Studios for like really putting me out there to really like put my knowledge. So I'm really grateful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Of course. Everybody have a great evening. Julie, always good to see you. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.